lot of what I do is inside, so whether it's studying late night by lamplight or having a rehearsal with an orchestra in a beautiful hall, a lot of that transpires indoors. So for me, free time means getting outside. So whether it's getting on a bike with my 3-year-old son and my wife, we love to bike around downtown Pittsburgh, and all of these former coal rails that serviced the steel industry have been paved over and turned into trails. So we'd love to get on our bikes and ride around the city and ride around the Strip District. We also live right across the bridge and right across the river from PNC Park. And I'm a big baseball fan. I played Little League ball when I was a boy, and I love to get to PNC Park. It's one of the most beautiful ballparks in the U.S., I happen to think, and you get a beautiful view of the city. And something about baseball I love. I love the pace and the ease of the experience, but I also just love being outside and watching a great event. So for me, getting outdoors, playing golf, getting on the bikes, watching sports, that's pretty important to me to counterbalance a lot of the indoor activity that I have in my life.
I don't really have much free time, but whenever I have free time, I love to spend with my girls because they grow up so fast, and it puts also your music making in perspective. When you look how innocent in many ways they look and explore the world. That if you can do the same thing with music making, with exploring the score, but also the way you present music, where very often artistry is confused with artificiality and pretentiousness. You kind of appreciate the honesty of a child and the directness. And I think the same thing can be true and very beneficial for music making and for presenting music, to be really just honest and human about it. And that's what I try to really always remember and to do, is to humanize music, because only then we can really connect with people. There's nothing more distant to me than a perfect performance. Because very often a perfect performance goes in hand with a distant performance. And so having this human aspect of music is really important to me.
In my spare time, I like to spend as much time as possible with my kids and my wife. We live here in Boston together. I have 3 kids, and just watching them grow up and being there for all their activities, when they play music or when they put on an impromptu play, or even when they do homework and so forth, that's a great joy of mine. And when I read or when I listen to music or when I experience a film or things that I'm doing for the first time, I immediately think about the kids, what would be interesting to them, what do I share with them. So certainly when you have kids, there's something that is linked so closely to this age group, and you try to remember what you had as a child. And of course I talked a little bit about growing up as a boy in Germany, in the town of Leipzig, which had so much music and so much musical heritage, and it's just a joy for me to see that here in Boston there's such richness of music, of life, and that they're having so much fun with that, and that I'm able to be part of that and exploring this area everywhere between Massachusetts all the way up to Portland, Maine.